The movie starts with Amelia, the main character, waking up grumpy on her birthday. She's not happy about turning 40 and how time is going fast. She thought life would be cool after college, but it's not how she wanted. She still lives where she grew up, works in a store, and has no friends or someone special. Things get worse when her boss says she's not doing well and will be replaced. This makes Amelia mad, so she quits the job abruptly. She then goes to a local pub to drown her sorrows. As she talks with a bartender, another lady comes in to pick up a lot of pizzas for a party. Turns out it's her birthday too. Amelia knows her. It's Fiona, her old best friend from when they were kids. They used to be really close, but something made them not friends anymore. Now Fiona is a famous singer who is liked by a lot of people. The two friends then have an awkward chat before Fiona leaves the place. It is revealed that they used to celebrate their birthdays together, but after their 20s, they eventually grew apart. Following this, Amelia remembers her 13th birthday when she and Fiona tucked their wishes on bits of paper into a box and buried it among the hills. They planned to open it together at 18, but by that time, they had already drifted apart. Feeling down and having time to spare, Amelia decides to find the box. She goes to the hills, finds it, and takes out the paper wishes. Her own wish was to be a good person. She then picks up Fiona's wish, but as she's about to go through it, it flies away. Amelia chases after the paper, but just as she's about to read it, she realizes she's in the middle of a road. Suddenly, a truck comes out of nowhere and hits her, seemingly taking her life. But to everyone's shock, when Amelia wakes up, she's back at her parents' house on her 18th birthday, like magic. She's surprised to hear her parents singing and celebrating her birthday. What's more puzzling is that she looks the same, while everyone else remains much younger. Everything around her is like the year 2002 when she turned 18, from the music to the internet and even the books. Not long after, Amelia's close friend Moa shows up at her house and they head to the school together. There, she meets her young boyfriend Max. Amelia is still unsure if she's dreaming or awake, but both Moa and Max seem puzzled by what she's saying. Everyone else, except Amelia, sees her as her original 18-year-old self. They find her a bit strange because of her words, noticing how she suddenly sounds more grown up. Later, Moa and Amelia have to do a presentation about Hinduism and its beliefs. Moa talks to the class about the idea of life as a circle with rebirths and chances for a fresh start, which makes Amelia wonder if it's connected to her situation. After their presentation, they head to drama class where a play is being performed. A young Fiona appears on stage to sing, but suddenly everyone leaves. Fiona seems to be ignored by most of her classmates due to her different appearance and lifestyle. Like everyone else, Amelia also leaves the class, not giving much attention to Fiona's performance, which leaves her feeling lonely. After school, Moa invites Amelia to her house for a grand birthday party she's organized. The party has everything an 18-year-old would want: food, drinks, and a lively atmosphere. While at the party, Amelia notices Fiona has also come with some friends. She tries to talk to Fiona, but her boyfriend Max interrupts, preventing their conversation. To fit in with her classmates, Amelia joins in gossip about Fiona, who is seen as the weird student in school. It later comes out that Amelia became popular among her peers due to a sudden change in her appearance. This led her to drift apart from Fiona as she embraced a new social circle. Fiona, however, didn't undergo the same transformation, remaining as she was. Amelia seems unfazed by their lost connection, but Fiona still wants to be friends. Back at the birthday celebration, Amelia starts living the moment as this is what she always wished for. After dancing for a while, she and Max make out with each other. They then go to the bedroom and become intimate. In the next scene, Amelia suddenly realizes the new possibilities of being 18 once again and reliving her past. After being 40 years old with no friends or a partner, she now genuinely likes spending time with Max and believes the two may settle down and start a family. Although Amelia's sentiments make sense, 18-year-old Max flips out when he hears about the obligations and responsibilities. He tells her that she is overwhelming him with her emotions and that he is not ready to get serious. Consequently, Max breaks up with her. Amelia then spends the rest of the night drinking alone and passing out. When she wakes up the following morning, she's in for a surprising shock. She's still in her parents' house, in her room, and it's still her 18th birthday. This keeps happening, with Amelia reliving the same day in 2002, but she's the only one who remembers it. At first, Amelia enjoys the days, embracing the opportunity to revisit the past. But as she realizes she's stuck in a time loop, she starts trying to find a way out. One day, she tries to explain everything to Moa, but the latter doesn't believe her. Over time, Amelia begins to suspect that her childhood friend Fiona is somehow involved, as the time loop began after meeting her. At one time, Amelia approaches Fiona at a student program at school and begs for help. Unlike her other pals, Fiona does not dismiss her concerns, and instead compares Amelia's life to the plot of the movie Groundhog Day, where the protagonist keeps on waking the same day, just like Amelia. Therefore, instead of going to her birthday party that night, Amelia goes to Fiona's family's video store. Sadly, it is closed, so she waits outside till Fiona returns home. Fiona then invites her in, and they watch the movie Groundhog Day together. Amelia finally realizes that she must be a better person in order to escape the time loop, but she then incorrectly assumes that she must be good to Moa and Max. The following day, Amelia tries her best to be a better friend to Moa. She reads several papers on Hinduism and aces the presentation with Moa. As a result, they get good grades on the subject. But it clearly does not work, as she hears Moa gossiping about her with Max. Amelia, who is from the future and still has all of her 40-year-old experiences and perceptions, knows that Moa and Max will not be her friends after they graduate from high school. So she dumps them in the face. Eventually, she realizes that Fiona is the one with whom she has to mend their friendship, and this is the only way she can escape the time loop. But this will not be an easy procedure either. She approaches Fiona at another birthday party and apologizes for cutting off all contact with her, then invites Fiona to be friends again. Fiona, on the other hand, has sentiments as she recalls how her best friend abandoned her and never tried to contact her during their high school years. Hence, she declines Amelia's invitation to rekindle their friendship. That night, Amelia returns home even more depressed and is consoled by her parents, who tell her that being 18 is also a frightening concept because people are very confused and insecure at that age. Perhaps because of this perspective, Amelia feels more motivated to mend her friendship with Fiona. The next day, when she wakes up and the time once again is set on her 18th birthday, Amelia rushes to school and slides into the drama class. There, she stands up for Fiona during her singing performance, forcing all of the other students to stay and listen to her. Fiona then performs an emotional song, which is obviously dedicated to Amelia. After the performance, our heroine approaches Fiona again. She apologizes once more and proposes they go dig up the old box they had buried because it is their 18th birthday. Although Fiona has softened, she still refuses to agree to the idea, and Amelia is now on her own in the foothills. She discovers the box and opens it to uncover her first wish, which is to be a nice person. Then, just as our heroine is ready to pull out Fiona's wish, she arrives at the foothills and briefly tries to prevent Amelia from reading it. But Amelia eventually reads her best friend's wish, revealing that Fiona had hoped Amelia would fall in love with her when they were 18. This implies that Fiona not just considered Amelia her best friend, but she was also romantically interested in her. Fiona starts running away before Amelia can even respond, and when the latter hurriedly pursues, she once again finds herself in the middle of the road. Just like at the start of the movie, Amelia is knocked unconscious after being hit by a blue truck for the second time. When Amelia awakens, she is miraculously transported back to her current timeline, where she is 40 years old and has been hit by a truck on the road. Even more surprising than the time change is that she is mostly unharmed and only scratched up, despite the fact that the truck appeared to hit her with great force. As the truck driver steps out of the vehicle, we realize it's adult Max. Their joy at reuniting is palpable after so much time apart. Determined to mend things with Fiona in the present, Amelia then asks for a ride from Max and then opens up about everything. Max inquires about her feelings for Fiona. With a smile, Amelia hints that she's either content with the idea of being Fiona's partner or simply thrilled to be loved. After a while, Amelia arrives at Fiona's lavish home, where the latter is celebrating her 40th birthday. Sadly, Amelia notices Fiona with another woman holding a baby. She assumes the woman is Fiona's partner and the baby is theirs. This makes Amelia think Fiona has moved on, making her feel terrible. Now, with her biggest dream torn apart, she returns to her old job at the clothing store and apologizes to her supervisor. Fortunately, she gets the job back. Amelia also spends time with her parents before heading back to the hill where she and Fiona buried their wishes. She retrieves the same box and reads Fiona's wish again, which mentions that she wanted to be loved by Amelia. This makes our heroine incredibly sad, and she ponders about how things could have been different. As she prepares to leave, surprisingly, Fiona arrives there and sits beside her. Although shocked, Amelia quickly gathers herself and apologizes to Fiona, expressing her wish to be with her for the rest of her life. In response, the latter reveals that the woman from the party was her cousin, and the baby was hers, implying Fiona is not married. She then expresses her desire for Amelia to be in her life again. The movie ends with the two friends healing their rift, promising to be as close as before.